Hi everybody, wanted to give you our library haul for this week. We had some pretty interesting books, and we actually did have more than this because we got a bunch of fall books, but I'm going to share those in a different video. So this week, I'll get started, we had the Egyptian Cinderella, which was very interesting. We're starting with Story of the World, and it kind of starts with ancient Egypt, so that's why we rented or borrowed this one. And I love reading Cinderellas from different countries because it's just interesting how the story changes, with the values and the morals of the different countries. So we like that one. You read to me, I'll read to you. So this is the one my oldest and I were reading together. And so I would read the orange parts and he would read the green parts, or vice versa. And there are a good number of stories in here, and we like to listen to Aesop's Fables on, I think it's called Audibles. I'll have to double check what app I have. But so we read these together, and my oldest really enjoyed those. When Dinosaurs Came with Everything, and this one is about a little boy who he's going to run errands with his mother, and they have to everywhere they go, a dinosaur comes like as a treat or as a prize. So the mother, of course, is going crazy because there are so many dinosaurs that they start having as pets, and it's just super silly. My 5-year-old loves dinosaurs, so he loved this one. I'm bored. At first I was worried with the title because I do not like when the kids say that they're bored. But it actually turned out pretty good because the little girl is bored. She sees a potato and she wants the potato to play. And the potato said that he's bored, and she says that no, children are fun. And he's like, prove it. So she's showing all the things that she can do. And the potato is still super bored. So then the girl ends up getting bored with the potato and goes off and does her own thing. And then the potato goes to play with the flamingo, which is one of his favorite things. And then the flamingo says that he's also bored. So, pretty cute story. We had a discussion on how you can find things to do. You don't have to say that you're bored. Princess, Fairy, Ballerina. My 2-year-old loved this one, but she's into all those girly things. And 3 little girls who want to play different things. They want to, do princess, fairy, or ballerina things, and they can't decide on what to play. And then they basically end up, deciding on a game together to play with. So, cute story. Which is which? This one was interesting for me to read, but the kids enjoyed it. They have, so basically you, kind of like an I Spy book, because we try to find, is it the one who is lean? Is it the one who's green? Is it the one who's mean? Or is it the one who's clean? So we picked out which one was which, and just like the title of the story. But it's silly and kind of fitting with Halloween. This one, Otis and the Kittens. My children absolutely love Otis, and I haven't seen this one, so I don't know if it's new or I didn't even get to check. But the kids loved it, and it's just Otis. The barn ends up becoming on fire, and he goes and rescues the kittens. I love the illustrations in the Otis books, and my children always love the stories, and they get really into it. And at this point, Otis breaks down into the barn, and the animals end up helping him. So really cute story. I Am Yoga. We loved this one, and it's basically how you can use yoga or your concept of self in everyday life. So just learning how to be still in everyday type of situations, and just showing the different moves. And then at the end, which my 5-year-old really liked, they have, let me find it real quick. They have all the different moves, so we can work through these. It has like the actual, like the tree pose, and then I cannot pronounce any of these, but it's still interesting that it's there. So we love this one. Eric Carle, The Very Busy Spider, a classic spider who's busy doing work. He basically doesn't notice anybody that's coming around, and he ends up doing all this work, not playing, and catches his, or her, yes, her, catches her insect, and then goes to sleep. because of her super busy day. Mitchell goes bowling. We just recently went bowling, so this was fitting. It had, it was about a little boy who's going bowling with his dad, and at first he's upset that he was losing against his dad, but then his dad ends up telling him, you know, how about we are on the same team? So it was fun, cute story. Don't squish the Sasquatch. Maybe more fitting for Halloween. But a Sasquatch wants to ride the bus, but he doesn't want to get squished. And long story short, they end up squishing him, and he blows up. And then in order to get him back together, they all have to kiss him. Interesting. And they group hug. So just super silly story. And then lastly, we had Scarecrows Hat. And I really like this story because it was a hen. She's basically looking to build a nest, and she sees the Scarecrow's hat, and she wants to use it. And the Scarecrow says that he'd swap his hat for a walking stick. So then she goes through and goes to the other animals, and she said the crow said that she doesn't want her ribbon and she'd rather have wool. So she goes to the sheep. So she basically is trying to figure out what each animal wants, and then is going to trade it. So finally she gets to the donkey who wants some feathers to get rid of the flies, and she takes her feathers out and then, you know, passes everything back up and up to all the animals, and gets the straw hat from the Scarecrow, and then ends up having a nest and saying that she wouldn't swap it for anything. So super cute story. And that is our book haul for the week. Thanks for watching.